Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. So, you guys have been emailing me this. You guys have been tagging me on stuff saying, Ike, why aren't you covering this? But it's because he's white. He's white. And how dare you? How dare you sit there and claim that I won't cover anything against white people when it's clear. You go down and look at my timeline and my history right here on YouTube, you will see it. That safety has no color. And when you guys sit there and make your public post, not a one of you that sit there and try to shame the white people, not a one of you say condolences to the family. Condolences to the victims. No, it's about your agenda because you work for the ATA. Okay, whether you know it or not, you work for the ATA. So I just want to start off by saying this: my condolences to the 8 people, the families of the 8 people, 8, including 5 children. One of them, I don't know if this is included in the 8 or it's the 9th, was an unborn child. But a man has been charged with multiple counts of vehicular homicides after authorities said he drove his semi-truck too close behind a van, triggering a fiery crash, multi-vehicle crash on a Georgia highway just north of Atlanta on Interstate 85. Kane Aaron Hammock, 33, faces 8 counts of vehicular homicide in the 2nd degree and 1 count of so that would be 9 people that died. Yeah, a lot of you guys won't say that, a baby, is a person. I do. So 9 people died here. 1 count of fetus homicide, right? Feticide is what they call it. Listen, that's an unborn person. There's 9. So anyway, he has been charged with the following. He has been charged with following too closely, no registration, and failure to exercise care due on Interstate 85 in Jackson County, 62 miles northeast of Atlanta. This is high traffic area. You need to put down your phones, folks. You just do. You need to stop tailgating. I know sometimes you get frustrated with someone driving too slow, but we have our warning devices on these trucks now. I don't know if this truck did. You guys sit there and say, well, we shouldn't have cameras in the trucks. Well, this is proven otherwise. And I hate to say that because I've been anti-camera, but it's almost as if, this is the thing. Now, let me go back to all the people sitting there sending me emails and sitting there sending me all these hateful messages because of this, right? And most of these people are foreigners, okay? Either that or, again, they work for the ATA, whether they know it or not. Because the ATA, listen, in my opinion, when something like this happens, the ATA just says, yes. They're happy silently. They're sitting there thinking of it while they're eating their breakfast in the morning. They sit there and they see this and they say, man, that's a good thing because it helps out our agenda, the ATA, right? That's all alleged in my opinion, by the way. Just to make that clear. But I also want to say that you guys making this against the agenda of making trucking great again, because that's what you're saying, to me. You're saying, hey, why aren't you covering this? Maybe we should deport this guy. Where you want to deport him to? To prison? Because that's where he's going to go, because he's an American. He's here. So let me just say that it's sad that all you people want to come out here and put this on this and make it a race issue. I mean, that's the saddest thing. Again, you can go down my daggum timeline, go down my freaking Facebook. I carry them all. It doesn't matter. If they're worth talking about, I talk about them. Do I cover every accident in America? No. Do I cover every story in America? No. I just don't. But this right here, this is what I'm going to say that can make this better. Okay? This is the reason why we have bad accidents like this, because lack of proper training. Okay? We need better training out there, and it's not just when you get your CDL. Okay? That's just your entry-level training. No, we always need to continue to go through training as professional truck drivers. Okay? Do you think doctors, lawyers, and even, heating and air conditioning people, people like that, they're always going through training? Why? Because they have, there's changes in the industry. Well, I've seen a lot of changes in the industry, right? And a lot of it has to do with technology. A lot of it has to do with cell phones. A lot of people, just because they say, well, truck drivers are not supposed to use their cell phones. That's true. Going down the road. But other people, they still do. And so you have to adjust your driving around what they have to do. Now, I've seen reports where this driver was distracted. All right, it's not written down on here, but one thing it does say right here, driving too close. And there's no excuse for driving too close to somebody, and it doesn't matter. Again, safety has no race. Okay? Safety has no color. Driving too close is driving too close, no matter what it is, and it needs to stop. So we need better training, not just for entry level, but for all, I don't care if you have 40 years driving. You get complacent. Drivers get complacent. We need to beat that. We need to beat complacency. I'm trying to say it right. This is my stance on this. Okay? No matter what color you are, and this is the whole point of Bonehead Truckers since we started in the beginning, is for better training. Better training in trucks. It's my whole point. Professionalism. Okay? We call out boneheads. This guy's a bonehead, but we also call out bonehead moves, bonehead things, bonehead whatever. We use that, but the thing is, the whole objective, the whole point here is to better the trucking industry. And it starts with better training. Okay? Not no CDL meals. Doesn't, we need to hold the trucking schools accountable, hold the DMVs accountable, okay, the fraud, and we're working on that. And the ATA, if you missed last night's video, there's a scandal going on, and we're about to expose it all. Okay, watch last night's video. That's the reason why we haven't posted Bonehead Truckers of the Week, is because of that. But guys, this is a black and white issue. Safety versus unsafety, not black and white skin color. I know where some of you guys are thinking. Safety versus unsafe. We need better training, continuous training, not just entry level. Need to put down the cell phones, need to stop tailgating. If you're out there driving, you think, well, what can I do to make this industry better? What can I do individually? Is to back off, be patient. And maybe you don't have all those warning devices that beep at you when you're getting too close, or you're falling too close to the vehicle in front of you, or if you're getting close to the line. If you don't have all that stuff in your truck, you need to do what we used to do before we all had that, is to control our vehicle, control it. Operate it, say, understand what you have. This is a heavy, very large vehicle going down the road with a bunch of people driving cars that ain't paying attention, and you have to be better than them. Why? Because you're a professional. We all need to act like it. We all need to actively do better. If we all do that, we improve our industry. But this guy right here, obviously, he affected people, many lives. But understand that this could be you. This truck driver with this mugshot could be you. One wrong move. Understand that. That's the reason why we're on here to talk about it. Bonehead Truckers, we're going.